Hello everyone, I'm Clockwoman, and in this video we're going to be discussing a SKIBIDI Toilet Multiverse episode 12. In this episode we find out what happened to Titan Clockman, and we're also going to find out who appears at the end of episode 12. So make sure you watch this video to the end to not miss maybe the craziest episode we've ever seen. But before we get into the leak, if you don't want to miss out on the leaks and analysis, subscribe and like the video. And if we hit 1,000 subscribers, I will be so happy. Anyway, let's go. The episode starts with the Titan Clockman lying on the ground, and on top of him we see Scientist TV Man, who I think is trying to repair him. And right on top of the Titan Clockman, we see a Clockman helping TV Man, and below we see a cameraman watching on his tablet, TV Man, and a Clockman. I actually discussed this exact moment on my previous video about the leaks from episode 12. If you want to know more about it, I recommend you check it out. Anyway, the camera turns around and we see that cameraman's shooting SKIBIDI toilets with their blasters, and we also see a new SKIBIDI toilets with shields. And this is actually very smart for SKIBIDI toilets to cover their heads with shields, but to be honest, nothing crazy about that. But what we see at the end of this episode is actually mind-blowing, so watch until the end. SKIBIDI toilets is getting closer and closer to Titan Clockman, and the big SKIBIDI toilet with rockets shooting at Titan Clockman. I think you remember that in episode 6 when Titan Cameraman beat up Titan Clockman, and after that SKIBIDI toilets take him with them but not kill him. I think they try to control him with SKIBIDI toilet parasite, but it didn't work. The army of cameramen with Clockmen rescue him, and maybe SKIBIDI toilets think that is too late and it would be better to kill him, but at that moment, Titan Speaker Man arrived and saved Titan Clockman. And he uses flamethrower to burn SKIBIDI toilet, but that is not enough, and he is out of fuel. He has no choice but to take his flamethrower and put it on his dirty mouth. And in that moment, they all knew what was going to happen, and all the cameramen closed their ears. And you better do it too, because right now it's going to be super loud. A funny detail, but in that moment, we can see blood from SKIBIDI toilet, and he killed him. Someone shot at him. We see that a reinforcement has arrived, and I found something strange in this moment. If you look down, you see that this building has electricity, and this is strange because I thought that this place was abandoned. So if there is electricity, maybe there are people down there who live in these places. And I forgot to mention something, but if we also look at the sky, we see that it's the same sky from episode 11, that I think the time between episode 11 and 12 is about 10 or 20 minutes. Okay, let's continue. We see also a new SKIBIDI toilet that's shooting spears, and those spears can't even break Titan Speaker Man's armor, and Titan Speaker Man shoots knives with his speakers and kills all the SKIBIDI toilets. He looks at his knife, knowing that this is his last knife that he has. And a new SKIBIDI toilet comes. He has 8 saws. He also has headphones that protect him from Titan Speaker Man, and he has sunglasses that protect him from TV Man and TV Woman powers. And also behind him we see a jetpack. Titan Speaker Man shoots him with knife, but SKIBIDI toilet protects himself with his armor, and he gets ready to attack Titan Speaker Man. But out of nowhere, Titan Cameraman arrived and burns him to death. A horrible death, I will say. And at that moment, Titan Speaker Man removes spears from his armor, and Cameraman is finished. And we see a little Easter egg from Dom Studio, a skull of SKIBIDI toilet. We also see this in SKIBIDI Toilet in episode 51, and maybe the first time, but we can see a conversation between Titan Cameraman and Titan Speaker Man. I think that Speaker Man trying to say that look, a more SKIBIDI Toilet approach. But Cameraman says that he can take care of himself, and you can fly away from here. And Speaker Man like, okay, and flies away. And camera turns back to Titan Clockman, and we see that TV Man Scientist is moved up a little bit. If in the beginning, he is on top of Clockman, but now he is looking at a clock with Clockman. And when we see at the bottom, something is wrong with the Clockman, like he can hardly stay on his feet, and he is leaning on his stick, or maybe he is just falling asleep. To be honest, I don't think that this is normal. What do you think about it? Write in the comments. And we see the Titan Cameraman fly away, and he turns on his shield and kills SKIBIDI toilets. Camera turns and we see TV Mans, with Clockman teleporting to Clockman Chief, and saying that it's complicated and they're not sure that they can fix Titan Clockman. Clockman is very sad about this, and camera turns to Titan Cameraman. He's looking at his arm and shaking, because he knows that this is his fault that Titan Clockman is in this state, and he destroys the whole building. With only one punch, we can say that he is super angry for himself right now. If only he could do something about it, but out of nowhere we see a black smoke. That means someone teleported, but who? At first the Titan Cameraman gets ready to shoot, but he looks at the others, and they are also unsure who it is. And then we see that this thing is glowing with light. Maybe some kind of angel appears, and the TV cameraman keeps looking at this thing, and the screen goes black, and we can hear some voice. And this is the end of episode 12. And I say this is a very cool episode and I like it. But who appears at the end of this episode? I have two versions of who it might be. First, some kind of angel, like Cameraman Angel or Clockman Angel. And why them? Because we can see him glowing with light, and we don't see anyone glowing with light in SKIBIDI Toilet Universe. Second, I think this is crazy, but maybe this is Titan Clockman, but from the future and he has come back here to help him from the past? If you watched my previous video about the leaks of episode 12, then you remember that there was a text that said, "The mission is not finished yet." And maybe this is what he said at the end of episode 12, when the screen goes black and he helps him and just gonna give him some parts of his body and recover him, and he will be upgraded to upgraded Titan Clockman. That will be super cool if this will be the true. And that's all for secrets. Maybe I missed something. Write in the comments. And if you have your theories, write them in the comments too. I'm very interested to read, subscribe, and leave a like. Bye.